Hello and welcome back everyone. It is your girl Cassandra Olivia, and today's video is sponsored by a company called Arabella Hair. They sent me 3 bundles in a closure, and before I get started in the packaging, I just wanted to show you guys my mannequin head that I have. I got off of Amazon. It's a corkscrew head, and I use this to make my wigs, and it is 22 inches, and that's the circumference of my head, so that way this will fit perfectly. And here I'm just showing you guys everything that they included. They did send me 2 pairs of lashes, and they also sent a head wrap, a wig cap, and then a edge brush and a barrette. And then they also gave me 2 bundles of 20, a bundle of 18, as well as a 18 closure. So I did not bleach the knots because I opted to just put makeup on here, but I am gonna have to make a unit, so I just have my head ready to go. This I also got off of Amazon. This is just like one of those adjustable wig caps. I prefer to make my wigs on these just because I don't need a band inside of it. I can literally just use the very back to adjust. So on this corkscrew head, there is a line that is centered. So you just want to make sure that your cap is lined up, centered, so that way your unit is centered. And then I'm just going in with some T-pins and securing this cap down, so that way it does not move or shift while I'm trying to sew the tracks in. So I do the back and then the front. And you just want to make sure that everything is lined up nice and neat before you start to make your wig. I don't make wigs very often. I try not to just because I am a lazy girl, but this is how it looks up close. Everything is nice and centered, and you can see everything is aligned, so that way I'll pretty much know how this wig is going to sit. So the first thing I like to do is put the closure on, and I bring it down about 2 inches. The reason being is because when I start to stitch and to sew it down, it's going to move back on its own. And then I like to just go ahead and make sure to put a bunch of T-pins and secure this exactly where I want it, just making sure that everything is nice and flat. And then I sew, and as I'm going around, I start from one side to the other, and I like to just remove the T-pins as I'm going. And then I will show you guys up close how it looks once it's sewn down. This part is very important. You just want to make sure that you're taking your time and that your closure does not have any lumps or bumps in it or any buckles. So the way that I keep this nice and flat is I literally put hella T-pins in it just to make sure it's nice and flat, and then I part it down the middle and sides and just double check it before I start to stitch, because you do want this to be on there and you don't want it to move or be buckly. Okay, so this is how it looks from side to side, and I'm just showing you guys again how it's sewn down, and it is super secure. So I like to do micro stitching on this part just to make sure that the closure does not shift. So now I'm just going to go in with those 20-inch bundles, and I'm just starting in the very back. And this is pretty self-explanatory, so I wasn't going to make this a super long video. I just make sure to start above that little flap in the back. I never sew in that part. I start at the very back, but I don't use that little flap that's in the very back. Okay, so I'm just going to keep sewing this, and then towards the back I did fold the two the 2 first bundles of 20-inch hair, but then towards the top when I got to the 18, I did cut it just to make sure that everything lays nice and flat. Okay, so overall it took me about 40 minutes to sew this whole unit together, which isn't horrible. And then once I'm done, I opted to just go in with my hot comb and start to press out the hair. I was going to go for a semi-natural look without a part, but then I decided after I did all of this and then went in with my crimper that I did want to do a middle part. So you'll see me kind of just playing around with this. But at first I was feeling the side part, so I just went ahead and did that. And excuse the outfit change. It's nighttime at this point, so I decided to finish this video after my children came home and went to sleep and got settled with homework and everything. So I did change, and yeah, just disregard. I was tired trying to get this video done. So I'm just going in now with this crimper that I also purchased off of Amazon, and I'm just going to go ahead and crimp this whole unit, and I'll be back in just a moment. Again, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. If you guys don't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram at _Cassandra_Olivia. And also, I will tag Arabella's hair information in the comments below, and we'll just go from there. So let me know if you've worked with this company or if you've used hair from this company. This is like my 3rd or 4th time working with them, so they're on my channel and a couple other videos, and so far so good. So I'm just going to finish crimping this, and I'll be back in just a second. Don't judge me, guys, but I cannot find my shears. So I just went in with these school scissors that I got on my daughter's book bag just to cut the lace. And then I'm just making sure not to do anything too harsh. You can also bleach the knots or pluck the hairline, but again, I wanted to leave this unit pretty full. And normally when I do closure units, I don't like to pluck the closure just because it can get thin and bald out, and you don't want any bald spots. So this is the side part I was going with at first, and I kind of wasn't feeling it. I didn't really like where I was sitting. So then I went in to move the part over slightly just to cover the tracks, and then I was like, you know what, the middle part it is. So I'm going to be putting in the middle part, and then also applying some foam wrap from Nairobi. And I'm going to just be applying that all over the middle where I put my part. I'm going to wrap it down with a scarf and just let it sit for about 20 to 25 minutes just so it can be nice and molded. It's not going to do anything crazy to the curls that I already put in, but this is just going to help ensure that everything is laying, because I did go in with the hot comb to press this out, so the part was kind of stuck. So I just wanted to rearrange it, and that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so now that's done marinating, I'm just going in and removing that, and I'm just going to zhuzh my hair out a little bit, making sure that everything is nice and dry. And then I'm just fluffing this out because it is kind of flat, but I just wanted my part to be in there. And then I am going to go in with some foundation, my shade, and apply that just using the end of my comb and just tapping that on the part. And I am going to go in and pluck it slightly just to make sure that everything's nice and even. I know this part isn't super perfect, but I wasn't going for a super crispy perfect part. I wanted like more of a natural vibe because this is curly hair. So just keep that in mind, but do what works best for you and what you prefer. This is just my method, and at this point I was super exhausted and just trying to get this video done. So at this point I was feeling how I was looking, so I'm just going to show you guys the end result and what I came up with. Comment down below if you like this unit and if you like how I crimped it. And I was just trying to do something more on the natural wavy side, so I'm just going to zhuzh it a little bit and have a little bit of fun, and then I'll hit you guys with a couple little poses at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much Arabella Hair for reaching out to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Please be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this unit that I hand stitched, okay? I hope everybody has a wonderful and productive day or evening, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.